All right, let's get into high magic versus low magic. And a lot of times people, misinterpret, what I'm saying, those two, which high magic is theurgy. You feel me? Low magic is thaumaturgy. So when you are doing high magic, theurgy, that's when you are doing your rituals, you know what I'm saying? Like your spells, you're fasting, you praying, affirmations, things that you just do on a daily basis to commune, and also using holy water. Or I probably put Florida water on there too, because some of us use Florida water too. Whichever end you can use either or. Also, when you get into using candles, wands, like I got in my hand right now, but this is one is more so for healing. You would just need a just regular wooden wand with no crystals if you want to cast a circle. This is just to like heal, like how I got green a veteran, or however you want to say it. And this is like, what I'm saying, for your money, joy, luck, things like that, because it's green. And then this is like the mother of all crystals is the clear quartz. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, hey, but we're not talking about crystals right now. We're actually talking about, you know what I'm saying, low magic and high magic. So I think sometimes people have an ego, you know, when it comes to these things, because this is all tying into how a lot of spiritualists become egotistical, because when they're doing thaumaturgy, which is low magic, and they're getting results, they forget, where the power coming from. You know what I'm saying? Because the power is coming from the higher realm, the upper realm, the spirit realm. You know what I'm saying? And so when they start, having these powers and able to alter their reality in the physical, it kind of, makes them get out of control. You know what I'm saying? Because they seeing results. But when you look in the Bible, when Moses was like, God was like, gave him the power to part the Red Sea, you know what I'm saying, so they could escape from the Pharaoh. Moses didn't start having no ego like, oh, I part the Red Sea now. God can't tell me that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have that attitude. He just stayed, obedient to God, what God needed him to do. He's like, well, what to do next, God? I let him out. I parted the Red Sea. What to do next? You know what I'm saying? That's how Moses was, ready to take the orders. But see, some people, they start performing these miracles, and they start, producing results, which is the miracle. Because in magic, you're just making the impossible possible. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody's like, oh, that can't happen. You know what I'm saying? And you willing it in your mind, but you're getting the power from the higher source, from spirit. You know what I'm saying? To make it happen. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like manifestation not wrong, because you're throwing it out there, you know what I'm saying, to God. And so it's up to God if, they are going to reject it, because we don't know if God is a he or a she, but it's up to the source if they're going to reject it or not. You know what I'm saying? They might like smack me like, get that out of there. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes you might get it. You might be like, oh, I want to manifest, you know what I'm saying, $5,000. And you might just end up getting it. That's because, you know what I'm saying, God let that happen. But even in the community where they teach mysticism and the Kabbalah, they will tell you you have to have a general sense of God before you get into the mysticism and the Kabbalah. You can't deviate from who God is to you. You know what I'm saying? You can't deviate from that because you're getting into magic and mysticism. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we have a lot of people, you see things happen to them, and they start having what is that, the spiritual psychosis and all that, because they start getting full of ego, and they think that they're powerful on their own. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of happened to Solomon. You see, when Solomon could control everything, speak all the languages of angels and the demons, control the demons, make them do his bidding. But you have to understand that when Solomon kind of deviated from the path, same thing happened to him too. You know what I'm saying? He got back on his throne, but yeah, you cannot feel like you are above God. You get the power through God. That's who's supplying the power for you to manifest your will. So that's why I kind of feel like manifestation not really wrong, because if you're not meant to have it, you're not going to get it anyway. You know what I'm saying? But that's why we have a lot of egotistical spiritualists, because they forget that general idea of who God is once they start getting into the magic and making things happen. And you're not supposed to do that. Like I always say, may this help someone as we remain infinite in the finite. Ashe.